And ladies, feel free to walk away when you feel disrespected.
Yeah.
Please do. Don't tolerate any
Don't.
level of disrespect. If someone is not bringing you what it is that resonates with your soul and with your spirit, with your mind and your heart, let it go.
Where'd you go? Oh, you know how I've been living without you. Daydreaming on a cloud with you like horizon. With you tonight is on an island. Yeah. It's about time we're making up. The times you wasn't with me waking up. Now you feel it up, do you miss your touch? I needed to distance myself from you. I was just in love with you. So come close, won't you? Won't you? Can I tell you something if I was in heaven, place on
What's up, world? How you guys doing out there today? It's a beautiful Sunday, and we are here to give you guys another episode. I am LFA,
And I am Shelly Baby.
and this is Where Is That Podcast. You guys make sure you subscribe, like, and share the video, and definitely turn on your post notifications so you know when we're posting new videos. Please. We thank you for the support that you've given us so far, and we appreciate every last one of you out there in Towhee world. How's your weekend going so far, Shelly?
I was tired.
One of those weekends. I feel you.
One of those weekends, yeah. It's been full. But hey, I'm still here.
Right.
Yeah,
That's what matters
alive
the
and
most.
well. Yes. And what about your weekend?
My weekend was pretty relaxing. I got a lot of things done, man. I got some projects I'm working on. And man, like, this is the stuff I typed up. I got a hat company and stuff like that. So, I put off some things for next year. I typed up so much stuff. But I put off a lot of things for next year. But something in me yesterday said, you know what? Why put off for you tomorrow what you can do today?
Right.
So a lot of the things that I had typed out back in 2012, I had to retype some of the things. I got a lot more to retype, and it's a lot of work. Even back then, when I was
Are you
doing
soliciting for an assistant? Is that what you?
I think I'm
you
gonna
know
have to
I
hire
type.
one. I'm gonna have to hire one to type. It's
Well, good.
It's a lot of
I'm
pages.
busy.
It's a lot of pages to be retyped. So
You know I don't mind helping whenever I can. So, and however I can. So it's no big deal. But
yeah, I know you are. You're very helpful, and I appreciate that. But
I try.
I got a lot to retype and just get the ball moving, because I had this in the cut for a little while. So I just had this vision yesterday that's like, okay, you got to move. Just move now. Don't wait till next year. Move now. So yeah, that's why I decided to do move now and not wait,
Well,
not
I'm glad you
procrastinate.
decided to move.
Yeah, that's how it is sometimes.
Yeah.
But other than that, my weekend was pretty relaxing. Spent some time with the family. My sister came by and she actually made some, what's it called? Kale greens. She keep the kitchen smoking. Sometimes she come by on Saturdays and she'll just prepare some things just to
I
have
love
me,
kale.
give me a break from cooking sometimes. Like, I like to give you a break, or my other sister give her a break sometimes when she cooks. Like, give us a break sometimes. So, I really do appreciate my sister sharing out there. I know you're watching, and I love you. I appreciate the support. Love you. Thank you for always coming through in the clutch. Even when I don't even ask you, you come through in the clutch and just do your thing. So we appreciate you. I appreciate you, I'm saying. I said we appreciate you, like, but yeah, I appreciate
Appreciate her too for, hooking you up and getting you something to eat.
You get some veggies up in there. You know, she always like to make the veggies.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need that.
I always eat
Kale,
veggies.
yeah.
And she does the veggie
Look,
things.
kale, yeah.
Kale, yeah. Kale, yeah. But yeah, appreciate, my fam out there. And, I want to say this, even though I didn't even have plans to say this to you. Might be a little touchy subject or whatever, but I want to thank your mother for raising such a great person. You're a very great person, and I know with the condition that your mom is in at the moment, we still keeping the prayers up there, and she's gonna be fine. But she raised a very, very beautiful, inside out woman, mother, and I'm proud of you for the person that you are. So I want to thank your mother for that, and then you just being true to you, and that's what makes you different, and that's what makes you stand out to a lot of people, and people feel like, you know what, they can depend on you because you're always, you're who you are. And you may have some people that don't tell you that you are appreciated, but you are appreciated, and I'm speaking for them, even though if they don't tell you, I'm telling you, we appreciate you, and we know that you have a lot on your plate and things that you're doing, and so your vibes, your energy doesn't go unnoticed, and from me to you, you're always gonna be great in my book. Not good, but great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Much appreciated. Thank you very much.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Appreciate it.
And with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and pop on a subject that I was you guys heard me talk about in one of the short videos about risking it all to be with somebody that you don't even find yourself being in a relationship with, but you're just out there wanting to explore, touching on your options, feeling out your options, or however you want to word it, trying to get to know somebody else because you think you're not going to get caught. And I'm speaking on, mainly the fellas, because I don't think the females would be the way they are if fellas wasn't doing the things they were doing. So what's that look about? I'm just saying.
You better preach.
I'm just saying because we are leaders, guys.
Leaders, come on.
We are leaders.
You set the tone.
And yeah, we gotta set the tone. We gotta set the energy. We gotta control the temperature in the situations. And I just want the guys out there to know that we need to go back to when we were. I'm not sure of everyone's age limits are out there. Who who you date, how old they are, or how young. We're gonna speak about that too. How dating someone younger or older than you. But I think when you get to a certain age, you start to realize that the things you used to do when you were younger, it was tolerated because you were young. But as we get older, a lot of things are not going to be tolerated. And with that being said, the things that we put some of the women through, and they're looking at it as, okay, you know what? I'm not going to get hurt. I'm not going to put myself out there to get hurt, to get exposed, to look like a dummy in the streets. So they decided to do their thing and show us how we're treating them, and they do it back to us because they feel like, hey, they're not going to risk getting hurt. Now, I do disagree about tit for tat.
Yeah, two wrongs definitely do
Right.
not.
Two wrongs never made a right. And I think that's what takes your value away when you start doing things out of the norm that you don't normally do, just
Right.
to get back at somebody or make this person feel how you feel. And the way I look at it is on the emotional side of things with females, you know, sometimes females want to show you, hey, you know what? Don't think you can do it and I can't. So they do it to hurt the guy, but they probably don't even have feelings for the person that they're trying to hurt you with. It's just like a get back.
Right.
And I've seen females do this before, and in the end, they lose. And when I say they lose, because they end up turning into someone that they truly aren't. But because they've been hurt, now they're going to go out and do things that they normally wouldn't do because they're dealing with pain, they're dealing with a broken heart, they're dealing with, you know,
Betrayal.
letting their guard down and brought somebody in. Like you said, now it's a betrayal type of situation because I trusted you, or she trusted you, or whatever, and you let her down. So it's like, you know what they say, I'm outside, and that's what they're doing. They're outside. And outside, for those who don't know what outside means, I mean, you want to break that down for them as a female? I mean, I know what it
Well,
means.
see, I don't do that, but it just means that, okay, you know what? Rather than for me as a woman to just sit around in the house, fiddling my thumbs and just eating bonbons and crying and moping and weeping and carrying on, woe is me type mentality.
Right.
The thing is to just go outside, see who you can meet.
Pretty much like the new,
Yeah.
the new way of saying hot girl summer.
Well, according to my daughter, I'm not a hot girl. I'm not a hot girl. Oh, I was like, okay, thank you, but okay,
I don't
thank
think you
you.
want that name anyway.
She just says that, I've placed all of my eggs in one basket. So it is what it is. It's, people are wired, a certain way.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm okay. I'm okay with me. I'm comfortable. So what other people do, it doesn't really affect me like that. You know what I mean?
right.
Unless it's something that's, directly done to me. That's different. But other people do, it doesn't really affect me. But yeah, so that's the definition of being quote unquote outside. Who can I meet? It's kind of like what you were saying about how women are actually taking on somewhat of the role of the man. And how men typically are the ones that are hunting. So if a woman, how it's interpreted, I guess you could say, if a woman is going outside, then she's on the hunt.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I guess that's how it's portrayed there. But I don't know. I think for one thing, it's like it's not really a gender thing. Okay.
Well, now it's not.
Right. When I'm saying, as far as, risking it all. I mean, there are men who do it, yes, but then there are some women who do it as well.
Right.
Women may have a good man, and instead of valuing and appreciating that good man, she thinks, hey, maybe there's something better. A man, he may have a good woman, and in his mind, he might think, dang, this woman is a little too good to be true. Let me see if there's someone out there that's a little bit better.
Right.
And so that's how that, gets started. But, you're out here, chasing stones when you have a diamond right there in front of you.
A gym. Yeah.
Like, really?
But some people,
But people do it all the time.
Yeah, they it's like, people want options because they sometimes think they're not going to
What
get
they
caught.
say, having your cake and eat it too, right? And not getting caught, you know. But like they say, whatever you do in the dark, it eventually comes to light. You don't even have to say anything.
At all.
A person doesn't even have to go around snooping or whatever. I mean, it'll just surface sometimes, or you may feel like something is different.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the energy has shifted.
Right.
And because of that, you may start to become a little more keen to what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You may start paying a little bit more attention to things that you may have just, turned the other way and, in the other direction.
Right.
And not really paying that much attention to. But, there are signs on both ends. Men will pay attention to women, in terms of, oh, why is she wearing this type of lingerie? She didn't wear this before.
Mm-hmm.
A man, all of a sudden he has new boxers and briefs and stuff, whereas before they had a whole bunch of holes in them.
Huh? Well, I've never been that kind of man. So
yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
I don't believe in wearing anything with holes. Well, the boxer has a hole for us because that's the only hole I wear.
I don't know nothing about that.
Huh?
So I don't
I'm
even think
drinking
about
water.
that.
This is water right here, so
That's some dirty water.
This the new red water.
Oh,
The new red
who
water.
came up
y'all.
on the scene? Jesus. He came
It's
up
that
on the
new red
scene.
water. That's what this is.
He turned that water into that color. Okay, because this water.
Yeah.
This is water.
It's just water. That don't look like no water to me. It
This
look a
is
little
water.
goldish. Look a little
This is
golden.
water. Don't hate
Water in that
because
kind
I'm
of
drinking
glass.
something pure. This is actually distilled water.
Oh, that's what that
But
is?
anyway,
Okay.
Yes,
We'll go with that.
water. It's just in a wine glass, I'm trying to be fancy.
We'll go with that. But yeah, like I said, it's.
I'm gonna just say
we
this:
gotta-
y'all better
we
stop
gotta-
thinking the
we gotta
grass is
change
green
the
on the other
narrative.
side.
Yeah, we got to change the narrative now. And
Yeah, and you gotta stop
Yeah.
thinking that because it's crazy. I mean, pull up
like,
and the
Huh?
grass is what I said. I said people have to stop thinking that the grass is greener on the other
and
side.
it's not.
Because when you
not.
pull up, I mean, you get closer to it. You're like, wait a minute. From a distance, it looks good. It looks
Artificial.
lush, right? That Easter grass.
Yeah.
You're like, now you know what? And then you've risked it, by, I guess, going a little step further, and then got caught.
People, back up a little bit. People always think that they can find someone better looking, a nicer body. Listen, or someone that's out there. Like, you would rather be with somebody because how they look, or that they're out there getting the attention because now. See, the thing is, this is another thing too. Like, some guys are just, they just don't use their head. Some of us don't use our head. I'm gonna say that. Some of us don't use it because
You're using the wrong head.
Well, I don't know nothing about.
Excuse
I'm talking
me.
about the head up top. That's the one I'm talking about. But
I'm just saying.
fellas, listen to this real quick. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Something that I've been through out of my years of living. I've been with a lot of. Hold on, let me clear that. I've been with some beautiful women, different cultures, from different countries, all over the world. I've been with women, and you have a beautiful wife at home, and you decide, hey, I want to be a little bit on the frisky side or the exploring side and try something that I don't have to give account for. I won't get caught. She's not going to be someone that wants a relationship with me because she's married or are married, but you end up being with somebody that don't even hold the weight, or not even in the weight class of the woman you have home. You out for a good time. And sometimes, I see some guys also, like, they get irritated with the woman they have home because they're not able to go out like they used to and have fun with the boys and meet women. So they get irritated with the women they have home pretty much for no reason. It's just because, and some females, like, female friends that I have, they be like, when they used to talk to me with their guy problem, like, my man be getting mad at me because I ask him a question and he just get mad. I just ask him questions of, what are we gonna do this weekend?
Sounds like a communication problem.
Yeah, no, but in other words, they're asking him, like, let's do something, but he doesn't want to really do anything as a couple. Mm-hmm. He would rather be home until it's time for him to want to go somewhere, and then when he wants to go somewhere, he wants to go with the guys or go by himself.
Right.
And the way I see it, when you bring somebody in your life, I'm speaking to the fellas out there. And like I said, I'm speaking from experiences and the things I used to think when I was younger too. It's like when you bring somebody in your life, for one, as they say, you're taking somebody off the market.
Right.
So when you take somebody off of the dating market, that means that you are planning life with this person. You're taking them off the market because you see yourself with them. And before you see them before they go to somebody else, you would rather see them with you, taking them off the market. So if you're gonna spend your time and their time doing that, then why go back searching on the market if you already have that person? And especially if they're treating you good. If they're treating you good, why do you want to be with another female? When I was younger, and I'm speaking the truth because, I know where I came from. I know how my mindset was back then. But I used to look at it like this. I used to look at it like, I got this beautiful woman. But then when I saw somebody else, I'm like, dang, she looked better than what I have. The person that I have.
Call a spade, L.
And then the body was like, banging body and everything. I'm like, Well, see, the thing about me is I never cheated, but I looked lustfully. I did.
Yeah.
I did, but the person I was with didn't see it. I made sure they didn't see it because...
Oh, well, I have a story.
You got one? I'm going to let you tell that one in a minute.
Woo.
But I never looked lustfully. And then,
let me write that down.
When I'm going to let you tell, I'm going to be finished with this one in a few seconds. When I had my girlfriends or people that I was dealing with back then, like everybody knew about each other. Right? So we all were just friends. But I've never cheated because I felt like if you just be yourself and you just dealt with one particular person and you have everybody meet each other, that's it. So I'm gonna leave that part there. But the whole thing is, if you are unhappy in your relationship and you feel the need to go out there and solicit some other women in your life, let the person that you have go. Let her go, because she might be for somebody else. She might be for somebody else. But you're wasting her time. don't waste nobody's time. If you're not ready for a relationship, you're not ready to be committed, let her go. Let somebody else that's going to enjoy her time, her presence, her energy. Let somebody else have her.
Right. And then, really, it can work both ways, because sometimes if a person feels the need to step out and cheat, while they may feel as though they have something great or something good at home, obviously there's something missing.
Right.
We don't always know what that is, because oftentimes the person is not just going to come out and say, well, it was great in the beginning, but then you got boring. Or I no longer feel that kind of attraction to you, sexually, or whatever the case may be, or it just became a little mundane, So I'm not going to tell you that. Or the person that I thought you were, you started changing a little bit, but I didn't really want to say anything because I felt like what you started changing into is just the real you. So I decided to go out and be with someone else. There's no excuse for that. So like you said, if you feel the need to go out with someone else, or you want to be with someone else, have the decency and respect, not only for that other person, but for yourself, to just walk away and allow that person to be with someone else, and you be with someone else. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's nothing more attractive than a man or a woman who can face, temptation and say, it's not worth me losing what I have.
Right.
But if you haven't placed your sexual desires or whatever under control or submission, then you're going to be out there until whatever and ruin other people's lives in doing so. Because you're not being straight up, you're not being honest, you're not being fair. You're wanting to have your cake and eat it too. Let's just call it what it is.
Right.
With the hopes that you don't get caught. But like I told you before, remember I told you I teased you, I was like, you can't play with me because I'm gonna catch you. As people say, well, Shelly, you're so nice, you're so sweet, you're so kind, yeah, I'm all those things. But you cannot play with me because I know things, So I oftentimes say, look, let me just put a little cap on it. Let me not even waste your time and not allow you to waste mine.
Right. That's how I am.
Yeah.
That's how I've been with some
right.
women. And a lot of times people will respect you when you're straight up like that.
Absolutely. Let me tell you, and I don't mean it. Let me just say this. I've had nothing but the utmost amount of respect for men who have come at me. Now, initially, I was taken aback. I was like, wait a minute. You want what? You want who? And, because I felt like it was kind of a disrespect that you came. But as I, kind of processed it, I guess you could say.
Right.
The approach. I was like, you know what? I respect the man who's honest about what he wants. If a man comes to me and says, you know what? I really don't want to be in a relationship, but I find you sexy as all get out. I just want to hang out with you. And whatever happens, happens.
Right.
But my thing is this. It ain't going down like that. But I respect you.
Because you're controlling the temperature.
But I respect you for being honest with me about what you want.
And him telling you up front.
As opposed to blowing smoke up my behind and telling me what you think I want or need to hear for your own personal gain and benefit. and then you walk off into the sunset with someone else anyway.
Right.
So I've changed my mindset when it came to that. I mean, even still, I mean, there's still a way that you approach me. You can't just come out and say, "Hey, I just want something."
Right. Of
You know what
course
I'm
not,
saying?
I mean,
Yeah. So
like
that.
always, like we always say, and this is my motto for years is
Your motto or your
teach-
motto?
my motto. I'm sorry, my motto is teach people how to treat you.
Right.
So if you walking around being loose like a goose, then they gonna treat you like a goose.
Right.
So when people respect you, when they see how you carry yourself, and they don't come to you any old way. You know, I might look like a young guy. I might look like, the urban young guy that might hang out with the fellas, but I'm
Who?
just, huh?
Who looks like the urban young guy? Who?
Me. I'm saying some people might.
Oh,
say,
you. Oh,
I don't think you look like a young guy, but
no. I mean, I thought you were speaking in general. I didn't know you were talking about yourself. But nah, I'm messing with you, L. You know, you look like a little young man.
I mean, a lot of people tell me I look younger than my age, and I mean that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. Even the females, they be thinking I'm younger than I am, but I have to tell them.
Well, they
I let
definitely
them
say I
know.
look young. But I can't. We're gonna talk about that later. But I can't deal with no young man.
But I tell them, I'm on a different level. I'm not a young guy. So my thinking is a little bit different. The conversation is going to be different. Sometimes we're not going to have the same conversation because I might listen to your conversation and be like, you know what? I'm going to call you back another year.
Right.
Another time, another year. Because we're not thinking about the same goals in life and whatnot. But needless to say, if I'm not into you, you're going to know. And I'm going to say it respectfully. I'm not going to waste your time just because I have my needs. I've never been a person that's selfish. That selfishly
Because that's what it
take
is.
other people's mental and physical from them.
Emotional as well.
Right. So I've not once ever been that guy, and I will never be that guy because I'm grown enough to tell you what I want.
Right. Cause who are you scared of?
All you have to do is say, "Hey, I'm not ready for it," or "I'm not that kind of woman," or I'm not saying that I'm asking for that, but I'm just saying this. If I just want one thing, I'm going to be man enough to say that's what I want, as
Right.
we all should, because we need to give her time to think. Okay, you know what? I do or I don't. Give her that much respect for her to have her own opinion about the situation versus you just leading her on, thinking that, oh, I just met a great guy, and oh my God, he's like so into me and this and that, and telling all her friends, and now you're asking, why are you
Now
telling
you
everybody
making her
about
look
us?
like boo boo da boo.
But it's like now he's thinking, well, why are you telling everybody about us? I never said that I wanted a relationship with you. We're just having fun, I thought.
Right.
But see, women don't look at it like that. Women look at it as
Oh, because we look at the
They've
bigger
met.
picture.
they've met that guy. I'm just saying, fellas. I'm just saying.
And ladies, feel free to walk away when you feel disrespected.
Yeah.
Please do. Don't tolerate any
Don't-
level of disrespect. If someone is not bringing you what it is that resonates with your soul and with your spirit, with your mind and your heart, let it go.
And, I'm saying this because, we have a lot of good guys out here. We have a lot of
Oh
great
yeah,
men.
there's some great men out here.
We don't
Decent
want
men, yeah.
all of our females turning into some beast because of what another guy put her through, and now we gotta break those walls down because of what one guy did to her or two or three guys did to her. And it's because it's hard for us as it is now. Because they thinking that, all men have eyes for other women, even in a relationship. It's like we got to kind of.
That social media, man.
We got to change it up.
You remember we talked about that, El?
Yeah.
That social media.
Social media and reality shows and
all of that. I mean, I'm not
videos.
I'm not unaware of the fact that men are visual creatures because men are.
I mean, we are. I am.
Look, right?
I'm a visual person,
and at the same time, so are women. I mean, we look too.
Yeah, of course.
But now the difference is that we may not like taking your clothes off with our eyeballs and whatever.
Some do that too. Now I've heard the stories. Someone actually told me they did that to me one time.
Not as much as being folk.
They said they undressed me with their eyeball. I'm like, hold on now, I feel violated now. You shouldn't have told me that.
Not as much as men folk.
I don't know.
But it's okay. We're seduced through our ears. Women are. And men are seduced through their eyes. So let's just call it what it is. But at the same time, social media has really, I believe, been a catalyst of ruining a lot of, relationships.
Right.
I mean, we say, okay, it's the people, and it is, because that means that you were not strong enough to avoid the temptation. But like you said, I mean, you'll see a woman, even if you have a great woman, but you'll see another woman who's, showing all of her assets, and you're like, ooh, like, okay, well, my woman, she got this, but she don't have that. So you get into that stage of comparing. And then as you continue to watch that person and look at that person come across your timeline, then it keeps, resonating. Like, oh, wait a minute. Let me just go and hit her up in her head.
Let me say this too.
Shoot my shot.
Let me say this too, fellas. As much as this hasn't really been talked about by many, but a few. But these ladies that have BBLs, come on.
So you said it killing y'all.
The thing is, fellas, this is just fat being replaced into the booty. I know it might look good, looks good in the jeans, but there are some women out here who have some naturally little booties, or even natural booties with a heart of gold. They're not trying to get attention from everybody either. I know it's a lot of time females get BBLs because they say they don't do it for attention. And they say they don't do it for the men. But my question is, who do y'all do it for? I know the answer. I know the answer, but who do you guys?
They do it for themselves.
Are you sure about that? I think
I know where you're going. I know where you're going. You're gonna say that they do it
for other women, and they want other women to see how they look in their clothes, but I think they do it for the guys too, honestly, because they like the attention from the guys, but they don't like the attention from the guys. You gotta think of
it from this perspective. A man can tell you, I don't want a woman who has had her breasts done or had a BBL, who doesn't have a natural body, her lips done or whatever. A man will tell you that.
And we know.
Let a woman post a picture that has had all of that done, and she gets like 1 million likes and love.
Oh man, it's over. She's gonna be posting a bunch of pictures, and
how's that over?
She's gonna continue to post pictures. She loves the attention. She's gonna love the attention. That's what happens. And the ladies that I do have on my social media platforms that have some BBLs. Like I said, to each his own. It's just, for me, I'm not into the big butts. I'm not. I mean, I used to like the big butt and the smiles back in the days, but now, just give me somebody that wants to, that wants a healthy lifestyle. That's it. I don't care about that surgical stuff. You don't have to have surgery, because you know what?
You mean when you say a healthy lifestyle?
I'm just saying, like, work out. If you want to get a certain way, work out. If you want to get the body that you want, work out. You may not get the thickness of the booty to be like BBLs, but at least
some of it is genetics.
Some of it's genetics, but a lot of it's working out.
Yeah.
I've trained some people, and they've got some good results from me, and I've seen the growth.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when you put in that work, you get the results, and that's what it comes down to. Put in the work, eat healthy, eat differently, and you'll get the results that you want. So I don't.
People do whatever they feel like they need to do that makes them feel good about themselves. Where one may not agree, the one who's doing it may say, "Hey, I'm all for it because this is what I want. I have the money to pay for it, and this is what I feel I need to make myself feel better."
Well, I'm gonna disagree on that part, because I'm not going to promote. I'm not going to promote.
I'm not promoting anything. I'm just saying I've heard.
I feel
those who have had those who have had the BBLs and the body restoration and all that kind of stuff. They do it because, again, it makes them feel good about themselves.
That's fine.
They like the way they look when they look in the mirror.
But see, the thing is, God didn't put those things there. So I'm not going to promote it. Yeah, that might make them happy. But guess what? If you do a little bit of science, chemistry, and realize how fat works. Fat is placed in areas of your body for a reason. And as I was doing my nutrition class through physical training, and they tell you when you develop fat in certain areas of your body, a lot of times it's going to be stubborn fat that's hard to go away. And these doctors that take these fats, see, the doctors aren't going to tell you that the fat you develop, let's just say in your stomach, your love handles, and they move it to your butt. There's different types of fat that our body produces that's supposed to go where it's going. But when you're moving this fat from one area of the body to another area of the body, now, let's just say 10 years go by. The molecules that are in this fat and all the different textures of fat that's supposed to be around the stomach, 10 years in the butt, then guess what? You're going to have what they call it, the cheese, the cottage cheese, how they used to say. Well, cellulite, but I'm saying how people make jokes at cottage cheese. Oh. That's how it's going to end up looking, like a bunch of little dents in your butt, because that's not supposed to be there. Now, the fat that you get in your butt that some people still have the cottage cheese look, notice that that's how it's supposed to be, because you didn't get it done right and you're not being active, you're not working out. So certain fats aren't supposed to be in certain part of your bodies. So all I'm saying is, though it might be what you want, like I said, this is not even really the topic, but we're going there because it's what's been said.
You went there.
Though that's what you might want, and you think it makes you feel better, think about it, because there's a lot of consequences later on down the line that you're going to have to look at. I know there's one girl in Atlanta that did this, and she ended up having very bad blood circulation later on. She already had a nice body, but she wanted a bigger butt. And she ended up having to get half her butt cut off.
Ooh.
Yeah, she ended up having to get half her butt cut off. I mean, it's a dangerous situation or operation, and some are successful, and then some are done, the
Now,
wrong
when you
way.
say she had to
So
get it cut off, you mean like it's like I mean, because there are
they had to go
people
inside of
now
her. They
having
had to
it
go in her butt and take that fat that they put in there. They had to go in there and cut it back out, because when fat gets in there, it's a big old clump. So they had to cut half of it out. Otherwise, it was poisoning her blood.
Oh wow.
She had to walk around with a tube
Well,
in her for a while.
what is it, Kim Kardashian and I think a few other celebrities have gotten it removed. Their fake.
Because they know the harm that it's going to cause later. And that's why I say, listen, and I'm going to say this, because I'm just that guy that's going to just speak how you feel, regardless how other people may feel, but don't take it the wrong way. Because I'm going to tell you, because I know people that been through things, and I support anybody that's doing the right thing, and people that's really trying to do what they're doing for a reason. But if you're looking to get a BBL, just really do your research. Find out about the doctors you're getting it done through. Find out who had it done, and look at their reviews, and just go that route. But on the flip side of it, the things that take a process are the things that's worth working for. Like the process of it all, you look at the process of the outcome, the results. By putting in work, you get the same results. Might not be as fast as going underneath the knife, but you'll get it, because I like the process and I trust the process of anything that I do, because it makes me respect the time I put in to get the results that I got. And I will not take it for granted. Now, some people get BBLs and liposuction and all that. And guess what? Because it was so easy and you paid for it, somebody else paid for it, you're going to go back to eating differently, or the way that you've always been eating. Because when you get these surgeries, you got to maintain a certain lifestyle of eating. Like someone, they get the liposuction out, stomach or whatever, get that fat out there, get your stomach smaller and all that. You gotta eat differently. You can't go back to eating regular, because what you're gonna do, you're gonna open your belly back out again to start eating large portions of food. So that defeats the purpose, and that's why I say it's more respected from yourself to do things the natural way. Like I know guys that got liposuction just so their abs can show more. They didn't want to take the time to learn how to get those stubborn belly fat to go away by eating differently and drinking detox teas and drinks to get these stubborn fat to shake up and move around, or doing cardio every day. That's how you want those fat to move around and go away. So all that to say is, don't go looking for the female with the big butts, y'all, or the big breasts, because looks matter. But at the end of the day, everybody at some point is going to gain weight, lose facial features that used to look better 10, 15 years ago. It's just going to happen. It's natural. That's what's going to happen to all of us. I might start losing my eyebrows when I turn 70. I don't know. I'm not going to always look this way. I'm going to try to look this way as much as I can, as long as I can. But things might happen over time, But I want to be healthy. And the person that we are going to end up with, if we don't already have that person in our life, make them proud of you, make them happy, make them feel like they know that they have a winner. And fellas, let me tell you something else. Ladies love winners. And when I mean
ladies love leaders.
No, ladies love winners too. And when I say winner, let me say what I'm saying.
Okay.
A winner is somebody that's actually about the person they're with, leading, as well as helping, as well as showing this person that I'm going to support you. Whatever you're doing, I'm going to be there for you. That's what I'm saying. Winner. That's a winner. In my eyes, that's a guy that's a winner. Someone that's actually doing something, not just they're wasting your time. So we can say leaders, like any guy can claim to be a leader just because
I'm talking about those who
because he's
claim.
making.
I'm talking about those who actually have
Right,
leadership
I got what you're
qualities.
saying, but what I'm saying, any guy can claim to be a leader because of his finances, what he makes, how he's taking care of himself, how he's taking care of home. That doesn't make you a leader because you can provide. That's not a leader. There's many things that come with being a leader and leading. Besides, because anybody can have a good job to make the type of revenue income to take care of home, and a woman living in the home with the kids, he's just paying a bill or bills. That's not just leading because you can pay bills. I'm saying leading, meaning you're taking care of home and you're also doing right by your female, the person you with. That's a winner.
I was talking about leading with your character. That's what I
Right.
mean.
That's
Not necessarily like you say with, being a provider and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
All that stuff is great. That should be in place anyway, as a man. Okay. But I'm talking about just having, being a man of integrity, having, great character, being honest, being disciplined, those things, those qualities in my mind is what makes a great leader. So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's what's up.
Okay.
I'm not saying that's what it is. It's just,
Yeah.
I see a lot of guys leading by the way that they take care of home, and that's not just
Yeah,
the only way.
There's more to it than that. There's more to it than that because it's not about just what you do at home. It's how you are just out here in the community, how you represent yourself as well as your mate or your family or whatever the case may be,
Right.
and in a positive manner. Not out here just saying, oh, I have a wife and children at home, and you're out here just, running them up, just doing all kind of crazy stuff out here in the street. Because if that's the case, then you're for the streets. But, yeah.
But listen, you guys, don't risk it all. Don't risk it all for a good time or something that you feel like you're not going to get caught, or it ain't worth it.
Right.
Treat that woman right. Put that woman first. The one that you have home, make sure you put her first. And then you understand. You guys are listening to this episode right here. You guys are gonna look back and you're gonna think about what we're saying. And we're not here to be teachers and stuff like that. We're just saying,
We're just expressing our opinion
just
based on what we see.
telling you guys that what women like, how you should be as a guy. And I'm speaking to you guys as a guy, as a man. I'm not going to sit there and take up for the guys because I'm a guy, because that's not how I am. I'm not going to take up for the females just to be on the female good side either. Because whoever do wrong, do wrong. Whoever do right, do right. I'm going to go with whoever's doing right and bring out the wrong. That's just it. That's just me. So, you're going to have some people that's going to be like, you know what? You on the female side on this one. Come on, dude. You're breaking the man code. No, it ain't no man code, because I look at it. If you had a daughter, or if I had a daughter,
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
going to teach my daughter the game how men are. I would do that because I don't want my daughter to go through what other females are going through. So,
And the sad reality, I'm sorry, I'm just going to, expound on what you just said. The sad reality, some of the men that I have met, that I've spoken with, they actually have daughters. And they're out here doing all kind of crazy stuff to these
Right.
women.
I got a
I'm like,
couple of
okay,
people
but
know
you
like that
say you
too.
love your daughter or you love your daughters, but you're out here doing all kinds of stuff to their mothers or mom and other women out here,
Right.
not understanding that sometimes how you treat women may very well go into the realm of how another man or a man will treat your daughter.
And a lot of times, your daughter's paying attention to you.
Oh yeah.
She's paying attention to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
even like with
Was that
Like-
water good?
Water was good, man. Water's about gone. I got like a little drop in there.
Never seen no water.
But even
that.
like,
I don't
you know,
think I have water.
like my son, you know, I think he's gonna grow up to be a fine young man, and
He will.
he's gonna treat whoever he's with good, because daddy gonna make sure. So definitely, fellas, treat your lady like a queen, and ladies, treat your fellas like a king. So thank you for tuning in to This Is Where's That podcast, and we're about of here. Peace.
Where'd you go?